Hello everyone and welcome to Cities Skylines. A brand new series on my channel is kicking off today and we are building a modern art museum island, if you will. So the episode number 1 is called The Island, and this is basically what we're doing. We are just setting up the island and I am building in Cities Skylines. Yeah, it's been over a year that I lastly tackled Cities Skylines, I should say. And I was planning the whole time to, starting off a series. But, I'm so much down to Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. And, this is kind of my main bread and butter, if you will, on playing games. And it always is so easy to get back to these games and not just, go through the workshop for Cities Skylines a million years before you find something. But honestly, this game never actually let me go. And I always wanted to come back and always wanted to try stuff. I had so many great ideas, I had so many great things I wanted to do, but honestly it took ages until I was finally, I think, agreeing with myself on a project that hopefully is not exceeding the possibilities I have and is kind of a scale that is still okay, and we are talking about a series that is planned to be not super long actually. So my idea is to build a modern art museum on an island. So basically this whole island you can see over here, which I am building right now, is going to be the Museum of Modern Art. This is also where the name comes from. It's the Island of Modern Art. And well, I think it kind of has some influences from various places you could guess, and I think one of the main inspirations is the harbor of Valencia in Spain. So I think it's not really a modern art island, it's not even an island, but the harbor area in Valencia, in this kind of dried out riverbed, is really having a lot of influences from modern art design. The same architect that built the Opera House in Sydney has built several science centers over there, so also an aquarium and stuff like that. So it's always been very impressive to me what has been created over there. So I thought this was something I wanted to do. Also, I feel like that Cities Skylines has a lot of strength, but I wanted to use something that really uses those strengths that the game offers, and this time I really want to focus on making this area really look as modernist and as nice as possible, having this island. Also, I will try to keep the traffic away as much as possible, so we will definitely get a little bit of a beach area where the people can relax and chill down. We will get a bit of a harbor area done where some ships can, some nice boats can lie in and stuff like that. But in general, the focus is making this island really look very modern and stuff. We will tackle quite a bit of a backstage area in terms of where the delivery cars would go and stuff, so we will have to check some kind of traffic operations that go to the back here, and so the most of the detail will go into this main center hub here. This is definitely this center of the whole project. I will do some suburbs around, I will do some little stuff, but just as a context, so I'm almost like playing that as vanilla as possible, just laying down a road network, which is also the idea for episode number 2, by the way. So I'm going to focus on laying down the foundation for the overall environment in the next episode. But for now, this is the focus of the series. To kicking it off is definitely on that island. And today's episode is not more and not less than proof of concept. It's you have seen from the thumbnail basically what you can expect. So I was trying to see if I can get back into the game, if the game does run, if I do have any crashes, if everything runs as I thought it should, if all the DLCs do work, because I just lately got all the DLCs that were left. I had some DLCs I didn't have, so I got them all, and now the game finally runs again without any major issue. My new graphics card is set up and all these kind of things that we always have to keep in mind before you do stuff like that. It's in and I'm happy about this, so I can finally start kicking it off. I had several issues again with the landscaping. I will definitely try to come up with some solutions in the future that cover them up. I think I did a good job already in covering up most of these issues I had. it's always a little bit finicky when you're used to these incredibly easy and powerful landscaping tools in Planet games, and then you come in that game which has a good landscaping tool, but it's not really that kind of level you would expect it to be, to make best use of it. So yeah, I was struggling a little bit with the different terrain heights and variations over here. I tried to smooth it out as much as I could, but at the end of the day, you can see it's very sensitive to what you need to use here and where you can use it and stuff. I really wanted to make sure that this looks good, and I start this project as professional as possible, because in the past my projects all started very promising, but then I left myself, or I kind of left in a state of where I didn't really pay too much attention of making it all look clean and stuff. So this is something I didn't want to start off with right here. I definitely wanted to make sure that I create something that looks as clean as it can be. There are some things in the game that you just cannot do, which is totally fine. But yeah, for what it's worth, I think this episode already shows where it can go in the future, and I'm quite happy. So one thing you have to keep in mind, obviously, with that episode, I cannot guarantee if the next episode will already follow next week. So maybe you have to wait 2 weeks for it, because my main stuff is still Planet Zoo. And I'm really hoping that we will get some DLC news soon. If there might be something new in March, April, who knows? But if they want to come up with a DLC every 3 months in a year, as they've done with Planet Coaster in the past, I definitely think it might make sense that we can expect something in March. So I also have to keep that in mind. Now, that being said, I definitely want to continue this one. So again, I was struggling a lot if I should release that episode. So this week I am on skiing holidays. Well, in fact, I hope, because the weather is so bad that potentially it's not skiing. It might be more mountain biking, but who knows, or hiking, because like 15 to 20 degrees are expected at the end of February. It's just ridiculous, but never mind. I will try to make the best of it, and well, together with my wife, enjoy the time a little bit. However, I would love to have more snow. It's that logical. But anyways, yeah, so I will try to then keep on going with Cities Skylines in the near future, so to say. So I'm planning to have maybe 2 to 3 episodes a month. I think this is pretty realistic, that's not over promising. This is something I really want to do. And since today, or actually tomorrow, is the beginning of March, I thought it was a good moment to kick that off, because new month, new kind of ideas and stuff. So yeah, why not just have a fresh start over here, and that is what I was doing. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy this, and now I'm really interested. So are you guys interested in that topic? Is this kind of modern-esque something for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Have you been to Valencia? That's one of the questions. And if not, have you been to any other area where there is kind of a modern-esque, modern art area? And if so, please link me some images in our Discord channel. If you're not part of the Discord channel yet, make sure to become a member if you want, obviously. Link is in the description as always, and then you can drop me some images on that one. That would be highly helpful for me and also for the others. And yeah, just let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, just in general, if you like this theme and this idea, and what you expect me to build in that area. So a lot of ideas that hopefully get in. It's the first episode, so I do expect quite a lot of comments, hopefully from you guys, to kick this all off and give me your feedback on what you think. Maybe you have some great asset ideas from the workshop that you could provide me with, so let me know. And you can also put down links in the description, in the comments. I will approve them, so they will appear then in the comment section, because for those of you who don't know, putting links in is most likely automatically deactivated from YouTube, because they think it's spam and they want to avoid that, which is actually it's a very good function if you ask me. So I do hope that if you guys have some links, don't hesitate, I will approve them, and then we will see how that goes. But yeah, so you can see I am already preparing a little bit of an area here that is right next to this. It almost looks like the Sydney Opera House. I was thinking this could be like a theater, or maybe like a science center or whatever, or maybe like science for modern art is something like bit weird. So maybe it's more like a modern art theater, or it could actually be a concert hall as well. Why not? I mean, this building kind of screams being this kind of concert hall or whatever. Yeah, you can see I was trying to fix this street over here a little bit. I kind of did some weird stuff with the nodes. I definitely have to get back into and change the nodes a little bit, so I do have a bit of a more aligned road setup there. It was a bit weird, but in the end of the day, I am quite happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I was searching for some stairs. I haven't found nice stairs yet, but I will do eventually. And I think I will also have to go back to a mod that I used in the past where I could move pieces freely around. This is something I definitely will need a bit more in the future. But for now, I'm just trying to get everything in. Also, one of the major things we have to do in the future is definitely public transport. This will be very interesting. So we have to do a main hub that goes in here, and we have to somehow deal with that and see how we can spread the people across this modern art island. And I also want to do some water elements, even though water in Cities Skylines is always kind of a thing. So I'm not sure if I do this. I potentially try to build some kind of water element here, but since it's very hard, I will potentially just step away from it when it's not working. But yeah, at least that's my plan, and we are going to tackle that as much as possible. You can see I'm just already putting down a lot of different things here as an inspiration. But yeah, so it kind of is already it for this episode in terms of what I can explain, because that's mainly the theme. It's a modern art island. It's called IOMA, and I really do hope that you guys like that. So this is what I just really struggled with, is kind of coming up with a theme that I think everyone will be fine with in the future. Now also using pieces that kind of go together in a nice way, that fulfill a certain purpose, and I felt like this concert hall needed a valid bigger entrance, so this area over here goes. Also, nice little element here was a skating park. I definitely wanted to do this in here as well, because, you know, these kind of modern islands also serve always as a nice area for some urban sports, you know, and well, what would be urban sports without skateboarding? Also looking into making some beach volleyball areas and stuff. But again, if you guys have ideas, let me know in the comments down below what you would love to see in this project, and also if there's anything about modern art in particular that you want to talk about, so you can also kick off a discussion. You know that I'm a big fan of these kind of deep talk things, so if you want to start off with a whatever, like a nice fact about modern art, or if there's anything in particular you want to talk about, just don't hesitate to start off or kick off this little conversation. That would be awesome, because that always helps to, you know, get the interaction high. And also I'm just a big fan of that. I just love it so much. Don't get me wrong, I'm just like, I always admire having these kind of little discussions going on, because it's just like so valuable to know what's going on, what your interests are, and all these kind of things. I am a big fan of that. And yeah, so I think I repeat myself too much if I stress this even more, but you know that I like it. And yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, we're just getting in. As I said, I wanted to clean up things a bit more than I did lately, so I came up with a little bit of a nice idea for how we could fill in this little gap over here. So one thing I have to activate again next time is the prop and tree anarchy. At the moment it seems I forgot that, and so I couldn't put any element on top of each other, so that's why these roads and the key are looking a bit boring, I should say. They definitely do look boring at this point in time. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of how it looks at the moment, but I think I'll come up with a good little solution here. Yeah, as you can see, I was trying to make a little bit of a park road here that goes through, and we connect to these little sides over here, just to make sure that this is a nice little recreation area just next to the entrance of this concert hall. And I was trying to come up with different little ideas of how to solve the little asphalt topic over here, which I'm not quite sure how we will end up doing this. I will kind of fill these in, as you can see, with these little asphalt decals, but yeah, I'm not sure how to do that, so hopefully I will find some creative solutions to how that goes. I'm not the biggest expert on Cities Skylines quite yet. It always, like, you tend to forget so much when you're out of it for a year or whatever, so I'm just getting back at it. And if you have some nice ideas how to cover up these areas, or how to deal with this little problematic thing, Also, let me know in the comments down below. Now that's it, guys. This is the first episode of IOMA. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good time, and until then, bye bye.